Hey, what's up guys? I'm back again with a new subclassing build for the recent update of Elder Scrolls Online. This build really is an old school feel kind of build, which can be good for beginners and for veteran players. I would say it's pretty anti-meta in the sense of how fast it generates ultimate with a sword and board ultimate on there to counter a lot of the bow build, status effect builds that are going on right now. With the heavy damage overload desync playstyle builds, there's a little bit of coordination needed for the combo, but we'll go over that later in the build video. Also, along with maybe a couple, I think I'm just going to go over one other craftable set that you can swap in to run for the real beginners, just so that they can get into PvP and have a build where they're not just falling over and dying. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. Get right into the attributes and all that fun stuff. So we're using 24 for mag, 30 into health, and 10 into stam. Want a good little mag pool, because we're not using a staff anywhere, and we want a lot of some good health so that we can take a couple hits and a good amount of stam so that we can keep moving around. We're using the Atro because again we don't have a staff. It's just what I've always had on this DK here, and I didn't think of changing it, and it's been working really well. And we're gonna rock 2 Balorgs here. We got a heavy, the medium, obviously reinforced on our heavy with multi-effect enchant. We're multi-effect enchant everything. And then we got our impen here, reinforced again on the trainee. And we're rocking burning spell weave. We got the light gloves, Daedric trickery. So we have our 1 light here. We got our Daedric trickery mediums, and obviously we got another heavy here. Then we've got our rings of burning spell weave. Right here, we got 1 swift. We got a infused dry stat. We have infused weapon and spell. And then we're using maces, Nirnhoned, charged. And we have sword and board here on the back bar as well. For our CP, we got fighting finesse, master at arms, resilience, untamed aggression. We're rocking fortified, pain's refuge, survival instincts, sustained by suffering. I really just made this build to watch people kill themselves on the sword and board ulti. It's kind of funny. Alright, let's get into the skill lines here. Alright, so here we are. We have Ardent Flame. Ardent Flame is a very strong offensive skill line. And ever since they made that change to poison, rocking Noxious Breath, very strong. Yeah, it has a major breach, but we already have shulks, as you can see. Major and minor breach. Flames of Oblivion is great because major savagery. Slotted. Combustion's a great one. Increases your sustain when you apply burning and poisoned. That's what this build is doing a lot of. Obviously, crit damage with an Ardent Flame. Damage over time is increased 6%, and their movement speed is reduced. I never really feel the movement speed reduced, but it says it does. Increases damage over time. These here abilities right here. And World and Ruin, again, increases your flame and poison damage. And then Restoring Light is just a great healing line. And I picked this one because it gives you another form of sustain with a very nice heal. And I picked this line because it gives you very good sustain with your major resolve on top of having a great heal and great passives, increasing healing significantly. And then we have Animal Companions because and then we picked Animal Companions because it's a great additive to the build as it is. It gives us our major brutality and major sorcery with a cleanse and sustain and a little bit of ulti-gen as well. So even more ulti-gen on top of all of the other great passives, sustain and crit damage. All right, now we're gonna go over the skills here. So we got Molten Whip. This is gonna be your spammable here, and you obviously can get your 3 stacks, which is gonna increase your weapon and spell damage by a significant amount if you have that. And then you have the Repelling Torch, which knocks people back, and you're gonna have a damage reduction, or you can put whatever you want on there in the middle. And we got Minor Heroism for 20 seconds. With our Daedric Trickery possibly getting Major Heroism, that's significant. Noxious Breath, just hitting poison on everybody. Deep Fissure, I don't have to tell you why that's just as great. It's big hitting, AoE, major, minor, breach. Netch, Cleanse, Major Brutality, and it also gives you Sustain, Dawnbreaker. Just by passively being on your bar, increases your weapon and spell damage because of the skill line, and it is a very strong ultimate, and it's very cheap. Flames of Oblivion, great damage, 3 targets, just by slotting it. Major Prophecy and Savagery, perfect. Resolving Vigor, great heal to throw on. Also, Minor Resolve, awesome. Race Against Time, your Minor Force, you get Major Expedition, and you have Snare Removal. It's always a staple. Restoring Focus, we've already went over this. Major Resolve, a little bit of Sustain depending on which one you pick. Also, if you stand in it, you get a little extra healing as well. And Honor the Dead is a great heal. Definitely a top pick of mine always. And Spell Wall, this right here, all the ranged stuff, it's sent right back, Return to Sender. It's very funny watching people kill themselves with a bow ulti. And yeah, build has been fantastic. It's worked great. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of the combos here. Fun build. It's definitely hitting. It's hitting harder than I expected it to. I wasn't sure about how much damage I was going to be able to get out on it. I knew I was going to be able to kill stuff. I just didn't know how well. And the survivability is fantastic also. Definitely a good go-to build on this one here. Definitely have enjoyed this one. And now let's show you guys the other set here that I'm going to say that you can use over Burning Spellweave if you don't have it as a beginner. And get yourself into PvP here so that you can survive some fights. Alright guys, right here, our beginner player. You want to get into PvP, use this setup. If you don't have Burning Spellweave, put this set on right here. Gives you extra health. This guy's not a crafter, so I can't show you, but it's a lot more than this. You get a lot of weapon and spell damage. You get a lot of crit chance. And then when you're above 50% health, you get a lot of weapon and spell damage. And when you're below 50% health, it increases your physical and spell resistance by a significant amount as well. I'm going to recommend you guys give that a shot. Put it over this Burning Spellweave on this build, and you will have a great time on this. I'm going to throw in a bunch of clips here, show you guys what this build does, how it can actually put out a little bit of damage here, and survive a little bit of damage here as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this build. Thank you guys for checking it out, and give it a shot. I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun on it, especially if you're new to PvP. Get out there, survive a little bit, put a little bit of damage out. Definitely going to enjoy it. It'll be a good time. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you guys liked the video, make sure you drop a like, that subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Bye.